for Stanford and Cal. Might as well start out with a little bit of rugby. Big match week. Brett, I guess we'll have to go with that. It's Stanford versus Cal. The women be playing each other a number of times throughout the weekend. Stanford, decisive victory earlier today. Nice little run there.
Yeah, Shu was just completely dominant in that first game. Pretty sure she had a hat trick, but she was all over the place. Speed, power, great passing, and I'm sure the Cardinals will be looking for her to do the same thing in this game.
First time we've seen women's sevens on the Pac-12 networks, and it's great to welcome the women's teams to the family here and building for future tournaments down the road. Two storied programs, the Cal Lady Bears and the Stanford Cardinal.
Interesting strategy to leave all that green space right in front of the 10-meter line. Let's see if it works out for Cal.
Oh, you almost called it. Lauritsen picks it up for Cal. She's the captain. First possession to the Bears. Out to the corner.
Some great passing out of Cal. They're really keeping the width on the field, and very skillful passes. Let's see if it works out for them now.
Out wide, on the corner. The race is on. Well, we've seen this today. Every time Madison Quigg gets challenged on the corner, Madison Quigg wins the contest. No one can get around Quigg. Leilani Mendoza, the dummy, goes through two defenders, runs into the tackle of Mariah Overby, and then dishes it to Sephora Rupert. And Rupert scores a try for Stanford.
Great idea by the Cardinal to do the quick tap off the penalty. You're seeing a lot of, it's a classically known in rugby. If you have a penalty kick and you have backs turned towards you, you should quick tap and run straight at their backs. And that's exactly what she did. But good on Sephora to be in support and get an offload for the try.
Cal women been a little bit frustrated today, handily defeated in the first match. Opening score for Stanford, Sephora Rupert. And we'll see if Cal can start to put it together. The kick straight into the hands of Timmy Ryan for Cal. Out wide, Athena Lewis. And just bobbled by the captain. Check that, it's not, that's Mariah Overby for Cal. Coughs it up and gives it back to Stanford. Scrum coming, Leilani Mendoza gonna feed it to the scrum. Midfield scrum. Instead of splitting the backs, they decide to put them all on the right side. No secret where this ball is going. Ball not fed straight through the tunnel.
Be strong, be strong. Cut!
You don't see that call too often.
Yeah, referee brings it back.
Set, steady. What's that?
A little bit of a bobble there from Stanford's Rupert, the try scorer. Now Cal gets the ball back. Well, it was a really clean first match. Didn't see a whole lot of mistakes as far as ball handling goes, and looks like the rust maybe has started. See if they can't peel it off and get a little bit more crisp.
Yeah, in that first game, Cal looked really threatening at times. I don't think that scoreline was very indicative of like how competitive this match was. So I think we can see Cal potentially putting some points on the board from this set piece.
The feed by Lewis. Out wide. Lori Martinez has a run, and then the ball available.
Not releasing.
Holding on the ground. So the ball was available. Stanford goes in, picks it up, and then Cal doesn't release it.
Come back.
Ball knocked backwards by Quigg. There's Chidume with a run.
Plenty of space on the outside.
Yeah, numbers on the corner as well. And here comes Gabriela Mesa.
Going back.
Had Rupert out wide. Rupert can't find space. Cal defense closes nicely. Another good tackle by number 4, Sam Noriega. Rupert taken to the ground again.
Going off your feet.
An off feet in the tackle. Ball out wide to Helen Moore. And out to Zoe Colorado Mansfeld, who gets it in the hands of Quigg. Well, great in defense, but can't hold the ball on attack this time, and so Quigg spills it forward. And just when Stanford was threatening once again, watch Quigg here. Looked like she was trying to offload potentially to Colorado Mansfeld.
Yeah, that's when you appreciate a little bit of communication from your support, saying, I'm not there. Hold on to it, go to ground, anything to kind of give her that confidence to just focus on possession.
Cal got about 98 meters to go, now call it 101, and then decides to kick themselves out of trouble. It'll be a line out to Stanford. Good little pressure relief kick, actually, Brett. I think the options there, as far as Cal is concerned, that was the best one to take. They've struggled to find gaps in the Stanford defense, and you don't want to be playing ball on your own goal line.
No, exactly. It's not a strategy you see too often in the game of sevens, but definitely one that's worthy of the situation that we're seeing right now.
Go back.
Ball goes backward off the hands of Stanford. Play on, says the referee. Mesa with the ball, keeps it, runs into a tackle instead of dishing it to Chidume, who is on the outside. And now Chidume gets involved, digs the ball out the back, and goes to Colorado Mansfeld.
Roll my blue.
Step inside, good footwork by Chidume, gobbled up in the tackle by Mariah Overby. Now out wide once again, the test. Gabriela Mesa tries to find space, but taken down by Cal defense. And now Helen Moore with the ball, runs through one tackle, gets taken down by Eve Mango.
Coming from the side.
Referee says offside, so a quick tap.
Take release to the way.
Good tackle by Lori Martinez. Mendoza trying to find the line all by herself. 3 players outside for Stanford.
Take release.
Madison Quigg tackled nicely by Cal.
Take release.
Good tackles coming in by Cal.
Colorado Mansfeld. Mendoza. Finally, out to Crystal Chidume. The senior from Round Rock, Texas, puts another score on the board for Stanford.
Stanford did well to kind of commit a lot of defenders to that tackle area, which eventually led for an attacker to be open on the outside to score between the sticks.
Sephora Rupert, unsuccessful conversion, and so halftime here. Second game of the day between these two women's sevens teams. 10-0 to Stanford. We'll be back for the second half.
My name is Austin James. As a musician living with diabetes, finger sticks can be a real challenge. That's why I use the Freestyle Libre 2 system. With a painless 1-second scan, I know my glucose numbers without finger sticks. Now I'm managing my diabetes better, and I've lowered my A1C from 8.2 to 6.7.
Take the mystery out of managing your diabetes and lower your A1C. Now you know. Try it for free at freestylelibre.us.
I love it when people say that something's impossible. I see that as a challenge.
On an angsty Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Whoa, Dr. Pepper, zero sugar?
Yeah, stole it from my parents.
Oh, you think you took quarter drink regular Dr. Pepper?
Derek.
I bet you think it tastes good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that. It's delicious. I told you. What's wrong about you, bro?
It's okay.
I think I was projecting my insecurities on your soda.
Derek, you're oversharing.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Back for the second half. Cal Golden Bears and Stanford Cardinal women's teams, their second match of the day. It is 10-0. Cardinals on top
Yeah.
at the break. Had a chance to talk to both of these teams, Brett, before their first match. Just so accommodating, nice, bright. I had a chance to coach women's rugby at Dartmouth when I was coaching the men's team there, and I just found them to be so much more interested and coachable than the men sometimes, eager to learn the sport.
Oh, definitely. You can, generally there's some egos you got to deal with the men's group. People who think they know a little bit more than they probably do. But yeah, as you mentioned, very coachable, very coachable.
Speaking of coachable, I'm not sure if you can coach that, but that is Chidume. Crystal Chidume going to break away for her second try for Stanford. And we ended the first half with a try from Crystal Chidume. We'll start the second half with a try from Crystal Chidume.
Such a strong carry, and in fairness to Stanford, their strategy has been quite basic. But at the end of the day, if it works, then why go away from it? One pass, two pass, strong and through contact. And if Cal isn't here to tackle, then keep doing the same thing.
Fatigue factor as the day progresses, and you'll notice this through any rugby tournament. Doesn't matter who you're watching. The tackles seem to get higher as the fatigue comes, and as the tackles get higher, it's a lot easier to put your hand out, to stiff arm a player, to run through a tackle. You got to drop your shoulder. You got to get your legs to the ball carrier. And Crystal Chidume putting on a clinic as far as how to break weak tackles.
Here we go.
Finally, Cal with a chance on the corner, and that's a breakaway there by Athena Lewis, and she's dragged down, but not before dishing off to Eve Mango. Space on the corner, but unfortunately a forward pass from Cal, and Stanford going to get the ball right back, but looked like Cal was starting to put something together there.
Again, it's just one of those things, like we're starting to get forward momentum. We're moving the ball down the pitch. It's really helpful for some support to just say, hold on to it, go down, and then survive for another phase.
Timmy Ryan going to exit.
Cut.
On the field now for Cal is Olivia Tucci.
Steady. What's that? Tackle release.
Stanford digs the ball out. Got some numbers out on the corner. They're bunched pretty tightly. It's easy to defend when all the runners are together. But we've seen this from Stanford all day long. They're happy to play the tight channel, to run through the middle of the Cal defense, looking for broken tackles and gaps that way. They don't spread the ball that wide, but they've been effective nonetheless. Here comes Chidume. She's put 2 over in this match already. She lays it back. Stanford scoops it up. Helen Moore finds number 3. That's Katie Brown.
Advantage.
Driving forward and forcing the knock on, but around the neck, says the referee. A high tackle once again. So instead of a turnover to Cal, it's going to be a penalty to Stanford. There's Sydney Shue. She taps, throws it out wide. Zoe Colorado Mansfeld takes a carry, trying to find the halfway line.
Diving.
And it was Athena Lewis trying to participate in the breakdown. Doesn't do enough to get away from the tackled player. She's called for the penalty. Stanford on a roll now across the 10-meter line, but a knock on from Stanford going to give the ball back to Cal.
Yeah, good defensive pressure by Lewis Athena there, coming from the onside line and putting pressure on the receiver, which resulted in her knocking it on. Now it's their possession.
Cut.
And it will be Athena Lewis. She will feed the scrum.
Set. Steady. Up, up, up. Wait until the ball's in, okay? Okay. Cut. Bind. Set. Steady.
Lewis. Ball tapped back. Here comes
Speed on the corner.
Olivia Tucci, and that is an impact sub, but Shue tracks her down, forces the knock on. An advantage being played to Stanford. Referee says that's no advantage, and especially if you're going to tackle them high like that.
Fantastic tackle on the outside.
How about Shue? Look at her get on the horse, track down Tucci. Great stuff there by Sydney Shue. Athena Lewis tests the middle. Check that. That's Nadia Hemmett with the carry. Now the ball out on the corner for Stanford. Colorado Mansfeld. Back to Hemmett.
No hands, no hands.
Shipped out to Crystal Chidume. Look out,
Ooh.
It's Crystal Chidume. She's got 2. She'll have 3. Strong runner, Crystal Chidume. The senior puts down her 3rd for Stanford and stretches the lead.
Again, it started off with a little stutter step here. You know, you do a little bit of quick feet. The defender has to respond, and then based off that response, it makes it easier for the attacker to kind of decide what they want to do. And Crystal did great to make the defender sit her feet, stop her feet and blow through the line.
Cal defender hanging on to every thread she could of Crystal Chidume's jersey, but Chidume pumps the legs, breaks through the tackle. Look at how tired she is. That's what it looks like when you score 3 long-distance tries. Chidume wants to put her hand up. Are there any more subs on the bench?
Oh, Cal not ready for this kick.
Yeah, Cal's slow to get back.
Who wants it?
Nice hop there. Falls into the hands of Stanford. Ryan Ray on the field for the Cardinal and gets the ball on the kickoff. Stanford out to Shue and then Werner. And Shue, Crystal Chidume. Is there anything left in the tank for Chidume? She goes to ground, sets it back for Shue. Here comes Hemmett. Nice tackle by Sam Noriega from Cal. Stanford keeps the ball. Werner finds Colorado Mansfeld. Then it's Alicia Service.
Shu's got an open line to the try on the right side. Nope.
She didn't see it. Here comes Hemet. Drives forward. Werner's there. Shu picks it up, finds a gap, puts another one down for Stanford. Stanford's on a roll.
Stanford scored on number 7.
So these two have another 2 games to play over the weekend, and I think Cal can, moving forward, probably just condense that defense a little bit, focusing on just kind of doubling up in the tackle area. Stanford hasn't done anything really that special. It's usually 1 or 2 passes running it at the line. So, Cal, knowing this, can just be a little bit more combative in that area.
Yeah, and perhaps you're right. Dropping the point of contact with the shoulder, if you are Cal, getting the feet. It's a hard thing to learn overnight.
Absolutely.
For Cal, but it's something that comes with practice.
But it just comes down to, like, if you want to be in a combative test, then let's go for it. If you don't want to pass the ball to the outside, then let's get in the mix.
Crystal Chidume with 3 tries for Stanford, and the Lady Cardinals, they roll twice over Cal. We'll be back for more men's action.